Doesn't look like much right now because everything's still not growing. But I have strawberries in here. All the way from the house out. I have strawberries that come all the way down to right here. And this started from 5 strawberries. We used to have a air compressor, or whatever you call them, for the air conditioning out here. And I planted 5 strawberries around it. And this whole thing took off from 5 strawberry plants. So, this is a butterfly bush that I love. And we have some crocus blooming. This is the first day that anything's bloomed this spring. These are the first blooms. I've got stuff everywhere here. It just kind of received itself, so I gotta watch where I'm walking. But I got all kinds of little bulbs in there and daffodils. And yeah, we have a well. We still use well water. We don't drink it, but we use it for everything else. I have daffodils and daylilies in here. This is just something I put together. It kind of looks like a fire pit. I haven't used it as a fire pit yet. Got daffodils and daylilies in here. I used to have a pond here, but I filled it in. These are hydrangeas. I've got blue and pink. Those are real pretty. And that is a thornless rose that has a real fragrant smell. It's an old-fashioned rose. And some more hydrangeas. And these are the pink ones. And nothing's showing yet, but I have a lot of daylilies in here. So in the summer, this is all full. It's just beautiful. I love daylilies. And I've got some bulbs coming up here or there. And there's some more crocus. And I have some hostas out here. And this is a pear tree. It's an Asian pear called Drippin' Honey. Has just really sweet pears on it. And of course they're the Asian pears. But that plant's only like 5 years old, so I'm surprised it has anything on it. But I'm hoping for a lot this fall. We'll see. And this here is more strawberries. Big strawberry bed. I got about 20 gallons of strawberries out of these 2 beds last year. And I ended up freezing them, but that didn't turn out too well. So I'd probably be giving away a lot of strawberries this year. Black raspberries. It's a star magnolia. That'll be the first tree to bloom. Lilacs. These are just old-fashioned lilacs. They're young yet. This is a sweet autumn clematis. And I need to cut it back really bad. This used to be kind of a greenhouse, but the plastic on it all shattered after so long being so old. So I just made it into kind of a shade house and put all my junk in there that I use for gardening and my beehives. I have more daylilies out here. You can't see anything right now. And I have the tall grasses that I let grow up, and I kind of hide the beehives from the road. Keep people from freaking out. You know, killer bees, but they won't harm you if you don't harm them. These are blackberries, thornless blackberries that my brother gave me. And I have hostas in here, but there's nothing coming up yet. And that's liriope. And I have hostas all in here, but I'll have to pull all that, all those leaves off. So, this tree is a golden rain tree, or chain rain. Yeah, it's the golden rain tree. I keep forgetting which one it is. And I just planted it because in the summer there's not much blooming for the bees that actually gives nectar, and this is one tree that will bloom in the summer, and the bees are supposed to love it. I don't know. I haven't seen it bloom yet because it's like, I don't know, 3 years old. So, I don't know. We'll see if we get some blooms on it this year. And this is a Jane magnolia. The southern magnolias for this area, there are some big trees around here, but usually every spring they get hit. They start blooming and they look beautiful, and they get hit by frost. So this tree blooms a little later, and the blooms are darker pink, almost a purplish, but they're beautiful. It has a big flush of blooms in the spring, and then it'll have blooms off and on all summer, all the way till frost. So that's a nice tree. So I have more daylilies in here, and some daffodils coming up, and some of those there are from my mom. Those have been there forever. Those are those pheasant eye daffodils. Ditch daylilies there. They don't grow very well because they're not getting enough sunlight. And we got these old trees here that my mom and dad planted. This is my old home place. Got two huge oaks here, and these soft silver maples my mom planted, and I really wish they weren't even here because they just shed limbs, and they're weak trees, and they really need to all be taken down. And I got one sugar maple here, but it doesn't do very well because it's too shaded out by this oak. So these, I don't remember what kind of oak these are. I think they're just pin oaks, but they're huge trees now. And this is a red oak that I planted the year my dad died. I kind of planted it for him because he loved nature and stuff like that. And these blackberries here, I think I mentioned them already. This oak here, my dad planted, and it's a bur oak, and it has these huge, what they call overcup acorns. They're huge. And, yeah, the only problem with them is they fall off and hit the roof, and, you know, in the middle of the night when you're trying to sleep and you got thump, thump, thump on the roof, it's just as bad as having a walnut tree next to your house. So, this is a little bit about my backyard. Don't look like much now, but I'll be taking some more video throughout the year, and you'll see how it looks. I got a lot of hostas. I like hostas. I used to have, this whole yard used to be covered with all kinds of flowers, but that was before the trees grew up so much that now that's pretty shaded out. This tree right here in the center is a redbud. I think I dug it up out at my brother's house and brought it home, I think, or I might have bought that one. Yeah, I think I bought that one actually. Yeah, it's getting some buds on it. I love red buds. And I don't know if you're familiar with sassafras, but this is a sassafras tree right here. And this tree out here is the sassafras tree. And they just grew here. They have a funny looking leaf on them. And that's how I knew what kind of tree it was. So I just left them grow. That's the ones that you dig up the root and you make sassafras tea out of them. My dad used to do that when we were little. He would bring back sassafras root and we'd boil it down and make sassafras tea, and boy, we thought that was something. Yeah, it's too bad that so much of that knowledge of plants and what you can eat and herbs and all that stuff died with my dad, because he used to go out with a neighbor that used to live right there where that trailer is. There used to be a little old shack there. And the guy used to grow berries and stuff, and we used to steal them through his fence. But my dad used to go out with him in the woods, and they would dig up ginseng and just all kinds of herbs and stuff like that. And that's how he made his living. He sold that stuff. And my dad learned a lot from him about the mushrooms that grow, on the, what do they call them? Shoot. I can't think of what they're, hickory fish or something. That's what my dad called them. And all different kinds of stuff like that. My dad knew all that stuff, what you could eat and what you couldn't. And all about the trees, and, all that died with him. I think my brothers may know some, but that's just too bad. Because nobody around here does that anymore. So, that's unfortunate.